I'll just read two from this. Just the final two. You know Spencer, the English poet who wrote The Fairy Queen. He wrote The Fairy Queen in North County Cork. And before he came to Ireland, just before he came to Ireland, he translated from the French of Du Bellay a set of sonnets which he called The Ruins of Rome, sort of Antiquities of Rome or whatever. And it's about the destruction of this complex, rich civilization. He came to Ireland and was part of the colonial structure here in Ireland. And within a year of his being here, he was present at the Smyrrick Massacre in Kerry, where I think around 700 Spanish and Irish Catholics, I don't know, maybe in some French as well, I think it was mainly Irish and Spanish, were besieged by the English forces of Lord Grey, surrendered eventually to be given quarter, and were all massacred. So, and Spencer was aware of the richness of Irish society. One of the best accounts of bardic training, actually, in English certainly, comes from Spencer. He knew, he had a fair idea of what was there. So what do you do with something like that? I got interested and I thought, well, this is a slightly simple way of explaining it, but I thought, well, okay, if he's going to come over here, and mess us around, notice the way I'm sort of becoming a we with the 16th century, well then, I'm going to get my own back. So what I'll do is I'll cripple his language. So I used a constraint, which was to translate him into English. But I translated him into English monosyllables only. Every line, with one exception, is 8 syllables. So in other words, 8 monosyllables. And translating his meaning as near as I can down to the last poem. The last one is where he's sort of calling personally, as it were, on the gods and on succession. Now, since I'm, a successor to him by 400 years, it didn't make sense to me to do it that way. Well, 300 years, isn't it? No, 400 years, yeah. So I allowed myself a little more freedom in the last one, and that's where actually one of the lines is 6 lines long, six words long. The whole thing is, I introduce it with an Irish proverb, Maran Luragan fin ach ni varan an Béal Chan. The mark of the pen survives, but the voice that sang does not. And you'll find that in this. So just the last two of these from the sequence of 32. All we see now is land laid waste, where once the world's pride stood in view. You're not to blame, you whose home lies by some far stream where grace struck root. No son of Nile or Spain bears guilt, nor yet that race who coursed Fan's tides, nor that brave knight who drinks Rhine's flood, nor man of war the Goth nursed up. One soul cause counts, kin turned on kin, which sowed the field with spite, and armed that fist struck hard at its near heart. So that when you had reached your height, great Rome, that was too rich, too long, too fast you plunged to this great deep. And the last, and is it that you hope, my words, that you'll be heard through worlds and times to come? Do you have hope's verse lasts, while years turn, modes change, and men fail? The skies grow dark. No fame stands fast or these stones spread out, clean cut, cold and hard, dressed by sharp steel, so far less frail than script should have it made. I use the tools I've got. Hard words passed down, passed on, may speak on some days when the live voice breaks. Not all words bear the weight. I mean, but they may not. And these, pen's mark lives on, but not the mouth that sang. Thank you.